He always manages to maintain an immense correspondence with many of the great minds of the Enlightenment, always taking an intense interest in cases of injustice, especially those resulting from intolerance and religious prejudice. Now, in Switzerland, Voltaire creates many great works on philosophical, spiritual, and moral problems. He writes several cantes or tales, like Micromegas, Zadig, the Ingenue, and the White Bull. He also composes his best-known work and masterpiece, Candide, which is published in around 1759. Candide is a savage satire and denunciation of metaphysical optimism that reveals a world that is filled with folly and horror. Now, in this classic philosophical fantasy, Voltaire satirizes all forms of traditional systems, the metaphysical, the colonial, the church, and the system of logic itself. The novel follows the hero, Candide, through most of the known world. He travels a lot and exposes the hypocrisies of madness. He exposes the philosophies, the hypocrisies and madness of the world's institutions and attitudes. Now, naive Candide sees and suffers such misfortunes that ultimately he rejects the ideals of his tutor, Dr. Pangloss. His tutor acts as a type of parrot in the novel, endlessly sprouting an illogical metaphysical philosophy. Dr. Pangloss is unshakable in his faith that logic and reason can somehow explain all the chaotic wretchedness of existence by simply ignoring the unpleasant facts of life. Candide displays a remarkable instinct for survival that provides him with hope in an otherwise somber reality. Now, by the end of the novel, Candide discovers the secret to true happiness, a simple life on a small farm, and develops a practical philosophy, one that excludes idealism and metaphysics. Candide has finally grasped the simple fact that work is more profitable and spiritual than speculation. Candide simply desires to spend the rest of his life cultivating his own little garden. Voltaire's massive success as a writer and his rather wise financial investments make him a very wealthy man. So he again settles near France, but this time just by the border, in case he has to escape suddenly and flee in the middle of the night. He builds a massive estate, a chateau, in the vicinity of Geneva. And from 1760 until his death in 1778, Voltaire holds court, and visitors come from virtually every nation in Europe. Voltaire becomes a type of living legend and a must-see intellectual curiosity. Voltaire hopes to change society and spends vast amounts of his money printing and